Hello everyone, I'm JP.WATKINS. Thank you to my channel about personal governance and the three tenets of personal governance. For those of you not familiar, if you haven't tripped over my videos by this point, the first tenet is personal accountability. The second one is personal investment. And the third one is personal growth. And just to kind of sum it up, to really simplify it, at the end of the day, what it really means is personal governance is an active philosophy that puts you in the driver's seat. That means that you have a lot more control. You are steering towards your destiny. You are driving. You are the key driving force to your passion. Now, that's not to discount other factors, other philosophies, religions, believing in a greater power. I definitely believe in God. So it's not discounting any of that. But what it does is it makes you focus on the cans. You focus on going forward. So many times in life we've experienced bad things. We experience terrible things. And a lot of times we get pulled towards our past. So remember when somebody broke your heart or somebody broke in your house. We remember being betrayed by our best friend. And a lot of times these things cloud our judgment. And we start to make these lumpings, these homogenous lumpings. All men are dogs. All women aren't to be trusted. All whatever. Never trust this, never. And these things make us form real rigid belief systems. And these rigid belief systems disserve us in the long run because no two people are exactly alike. We can't put all men in one box. We can't put all black men in one box. We can't put all women in one box because we're all individuals. And I personally want you to start focusing on that individual factor that you have so much control over. Yes, there are things that we don't have control over. Hurricanes, tornadoes, natural disasters. We have no control over those. But think of the disasters as sitting within us because we won't develop discipline, because we won't take control of our lives. For those of you looking at my channel right now, you can see that I'm overweight and I'm actively working on that. My weight has fluctuated and from ranging anywhere from 210 pounds to 330 pounds. A great fluctuation. Lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds here. And a lot of times I would find myself, to be quite honest, making excuses. Oh, resource restriction. I'm struggling to get a job. Anybody that knows my story knows that I'm a former felon. And I once let that be believe that that was what was holding me back, my history. So once I believed that was true, my felonies were closing opportunities from me. And then since I had resource restriction because I'm making $9-10 an hour, I can't eat these organic food and made all these excuses. I wasn't really being accountable. So that's what helped me come up with this whole philosophy, what I call active philosophy of personal governance. Now that philosophy wasn't aided in a vacuum by myself. I would be disingenuous if that's the case. I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe. He's a leader, Christian leader into leadership and different stuff like that. He also did corporate training. I listened to Les Brown and Jim Rohn and to other popular, what you call leadership thinkers. But I come to the conclusion that this is my gift, to help people help themselves, to help people pursue their purpose and their passion in life. And I hope that you get something out of this channel. And I'm going to keep some of these videos pretty short. Some of them are longer than others, go in more detail. But I hope that you at least get this out of this in terms of being accountable. If you're willing to be accountable, personal governance will definitely help you reshape your life, have meaning to your life. If you're willing to make a personal investment with your time and money. And that doesn't mean just donate to my channel. That doesn't mean just go to my webinar, seminar, so on and so forth. I'm not blowing my horn like that. And right now I don't even have a huge following. but I do project that it will grow in time because people will see that I'm sincere about helping them help themselves. But you have to be willing. If you don't have a lot of money, and trust me, I know what that is. I have a ton of debt right now, but I won't in a future time because I'm projecting the life that I deserve, the life that I want, and the life that my actions are in alignment with of achieving. And then that third tenet is personal growth. If you're sitting around getting older and older, watching the same things, doing the same things, hanging around the same people, and not requiring any growth of yourself, if you're not growing spiritually, financially, intellectually, however, that's definitely a requirement with personal governance because we can't get better if we stay in the same place. We can't get closer to our dreams if we stay in neutral. We got to drive forward. And often we find ourselves putting a premium on leisure and just basically sitting in leisure and sitting in neutral, just sitting there. And my thing is, if you're not going forward, you're going backwards because time keeps on stepping into the future. Everything's going faster. Everything's moving. But are we moving with it? Are we staying up to date with the times? Are we skilling up and scaling up? So I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to be personally accountable for all the things that you can control? Are you willing to start focusing on the things that you can do? If you're walking around with blood pressure, 200 over 102, what are you doing about it? And not just popping pills. What are you doing? Are you able to walk? Are you able to modify and change your diet? Are you doing absolutely everything that you can do to fight for the life that you want? Are you willing to invest? Are you spending time in a library? Are you watching YouTubers that's trying to help you elevate, self-help, personal development, or like myself, personal governance? Are you looking into things that are going to enrich the way you think and also put an emphasis on the way you act? We have 100% control of our behavior. Are you investing in that time curtailing behavior that's hurting you? Aren't you willing to make habits serve you instead of have them disserve you? Are you hot-headed? You got a high temper? And do you sit around and say, well, I can't control that? But can you? Have you ever really tried to control it? And the third tenet that I'm going to touch on before I wrap this up, I already touched on that. I'm sorry. That was personal growth. Basically just requiring that you grow, just requiring that you move forward and re-examine your life. And the things that you don't like, put a plan together. Like myself, I'm overweight. I'm not comfortable with this. I know that this is not the best version of myself. I know that I'm disservicing myself. I know that it means little to have a sharp mind and an unhealthy body. So I have to bring my body up to scale with my mind. And if you feel the same way, join me on my journey and let this begin your journey to pursuing your passion. And in the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve.